Hello, everybody. I am Yolanda Marie. This is just a short introduction, you guys. These readings are going to be from the 18th to the 31st. So now remember, we had the 12-12 portal. It's pushing us into this solstice energy, which is on the 21st. They are both the creative energy of three, the Trinity, the Empress, the adoration from etheric guides, angels, your soul family. They're adoring your creative works. All right, this is what's happening and helping you to create more. So this is big energy. And now it's going to move through that solstice energy into the new moon in Capricorn. Let's get started. Hello, beautiful Aries, sun, moon, and rising soul family. There is the energy of alchemy around you. The energies are trying to create some sort of healing circumstance or just general healing in a situation through detox, the removal of outdated energies, or self-care. So consciously, this is how you may be enacting this healing. In other words, is through self-care so that you can move forward in a situation. If you are not consciously enacting this healing, right, or engaging with this, then in your circumstances, okay, and the energy around you, facilitated through your own sphere, though, your own guides, there is this energy around you trying to create healing. You're trying to move into more expansive energies. That's where this is pushing you. And some of you feel this happening already. You're getting back to something that feels more authentic to you. And this may be creating some dissonance for some of you. All right. It could be creating grief, angst, sadness, because you're leaving something behind that was once so familiar. And so the advice here is don't be afraid to step into something new. Be open, malleable, teachable. Jump into a task that you really know in your heart is right for you. This is going to be different for each of you. Everyone's situation is different, as you know. These are general readings, but this is where the energy is. So in other words, if there's not a task in front of you already, there may be something that comes into your sphere. And what's happening is the energy is favorable right now for you to step into this new thing. It's also engaging with your, fear in some way, wherever your fears may be, or your grief, which is coming from release. So you can see how this is engaging. So see how it comes up. But there's a big theme for many of you, specifically about something new that you want to step into that you may already be aware of. And of course, engage with proper precautions, okay? When the Arcturians are saying, jump into something new, they're saying it from a broad perspective. Now, from your human perspective, with your guides, your higher selves, definitely, look where you're leaping to an extent, of course. But don't be afraid to start something new. And also, you're definitely in the energy of completion, okay? So big energy of tens around you, tens in the reading. Tens are a completion, but it's leading to this new thing. You can't jump fully into the new thing, okay? Now, it is gradual, but you're not going to really be in this new thing until you release the old, and that's the point. So what you may not see coming is this is going to lead to some sort of tower energy. Okay, this is a good thing. It's a release of energies. It's the energy of deconstruction. Remember, in the beginning, there is a detox trying to happen that removes outdated energies. And so what you may not realize is coming once you step into this new thing, the energy is moving toward the release. There's nothing final. There's never an actual end, right? But there is some sort of climax here that wants to really release and deconstruct the energies that you no longer need. And many times this is in the form of a situation or something happening. Now, in this case, it really looks like it's going to be good. It looks like this is going to happen when some sort of loving new energy, and it could be in the form of a person, a structure, it's going to enter your life. And it could be through you, your endeavors. It could be through a current or potential partner. So for those of you with partners and you're not looking for a different partner, don't panic and say this reading is not for me. No, this could be through your partner that you're with. And this could also be a work or a business solution that presents itself to you that's very heart forward, very romantic. And so there's some sort of helping hand that may move in to aid you. This could be etheric soul family. It could be guides. It could be a person who embodies angelic energies. And another thing that is moving toward you once you step into this energy is you're going to move from feeling like you're in a state of disrepair or an incomplete state, right? You're going to move from that to a measure of abundance in the areas of love, family, and friends. And you may experience a measure of clarity and success that you've been looking for. So overall, there is a big energy of synchronicity beginning to work in your favor. That's what's happening here. You're finally beginning to realize and feel how the universe is working with you. Okay? Really with you. It's like getting unstuck type of energy. Okay, Aries? All right. I hope that makes sense, beautiful soul family, and I will talk to you again very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising soul family. There are general energies of change around you, the releasing of fears around something being done now in a completely different way than ever before. Now, this could come about through your attitude, which would, of course, lead to your habits, okay? So the physical way you're doing things and acting and implementing things. And then that, of course, leads to changes in your structure, your foundation, okay? What you can see, physically touch, what you have created that appears in front of you. So there's been some sort of repair to a foundation or a structure, which could involve work, purpose, intimate relationships. Now, this is even separate from these general energies, okay? So to be clear, this energy is around you regardless. So if there's already been a repair to this foundation, this structure you've already been working on, there's even more potential here. That's what's being said, okay? And something involving a major commitment has been shored up. It's been replenished in some way. So this is bringing a major sense of sovereignty, self-sustaining groundedness, and another level of realization around your confidence. Now, this could have to do with physical beauty. This could have to do with success, okay, and what your idea of success is or how you need it to appear in your life, okay, what's working for you. There may have been some outdated physical standard of beauty or success, something superficial, in other words, that had either imposed itself on you or you had briefly accepted this as true, and now you're no longer adhering to this. So the advice here is that you are being asked to be very, very courageous here and to remain determined to hold your truth. Keep removing any masks and continue to avoid ego traps, which either eat away at your self-esteem or they can distract you from true love, life, and honorable movement. These could have been coming from either within, so things that you have learned through childhood, instilled beliefs that you've not yet released that were false and did not apply to your higher frequency momentum, or they could have been coming from without. So that's this outside influence that you, for a time, perhaps had accepted as true. Or it could have been a combination of both. Okay, so continue to remove these things. It's breaking the facade around you so that you can welcome in what's authentic to you. Now, in terms of time, and we know time is fluid, so you can put that where it applies as well. This may already be happening. This may be about to happen. You feel this coming, but somewhere in time, as it approaches, let's call it the end of this process, what is coming toward you at that point is a new cycle of overflow. And you may want to protect this in some way. You may feel a lot of gratitude for this and feel almost like a caretaker of this energy, of this abundance. And so, but yes, this overflow wants to come to you. It is preceded by or accompanied by some sort of surprise. Okay, so there's some sort of, let's call it the tower energy that accompanies this, but this is good. This is very similar to Aries. So you may have a lot of fire. If you have a lot of fire in your chart, you may want to also listen to Aries, but it's a little similar in terms of what's coming your way once you really clear out some more of these things and shore up some more of your foundation. Also, what's coming toward you is you're going to feel like you've moved out of stagnation. You might begin to feel very focused, clear, clear mental energy, lots of thinking, researching, planning. Be careful not to overthink. Different types of offers may begin to appear. So things that are important to you in terms of work, or they could be personal. This is going to cause you to need to be very adaptable and move very quickly. There's the energy of optimism around this, so stay very optimistic. And you may receive messages that either help an obstacle to be removed or explain an obstacle that may have been stubborn, grating, or recurring in your life. Now, all of these things discussed here seem very, very specific, but to put them in terms of energy, what do you have around you? The energy of overflow wants to come in. What else wants to come in? The energy of momentum, moving out of stagnation. Different types of offers want to come in. That's more to do with momentum. If you visualize and feel the energies in this way, you can be very receptive of this when it's coming. You have the energies of 3, 9, and 10 very strong and prominent around you throughout this period. 3, the energy of creation, Trinity. 9, the energy of independence, abundance, beauty. And 10, the energy of new cycles coming in, wanting to begin as you release old cycles where there may have been some pain involved. That is also going on here. All right, I hope that makes sense. Beautiful Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising Soul family, and I will talk to you again very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Sagittarius Soul family, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You are in the energy of releasing fear, especially fear of change, fear of the unknown. You might have either been burdened by a cycle of transformation, so something that was a little bit tumultuous for you, hard for you to go through. And so this could be a burden that is sort of inciting this fear, or you could be detaching and allowing a powerful transformation that's already in progress. Many of you are doing this. And so this is also the energy of releasing the fear, but you're in it. Many of you are already in it. There might have been some sort of interruption there where you had to really detach and just release your expectation of what was going to occur. Now, what's happening is this is causing a surrender type of energy regarding your aligned purpose-driven relationships. Now, this could be work, personal, or likely a combination of the two. Now, the advice here is to adjust or reevaluate your mode of thinking around a particular situation involving loss. So wherever you felt like you were in lack, or you were missing something, or you didn't grasp something quickly enough, you're being asked to reevaluate your mode of thinking around this, because you're already in or likely entering this period of gestation, cocooning, where new insights are going to manifest more desired results. And so you're going to want to use this time to uncloud your mind and narrow your focus a bit. The unclouding of the mind may also be necessary for mental recovery from those stressors or from current stressors. That's just a general energy around you guys. Like there's a lot of mental activity, and the mental activity can be good, but it's clouded right now. So you need to release some of that mental stress. You need to meditate more, or meditate in a different way, or whatever it is, whatever technique you can use to help calm the stress specifically in your mind, in your brain. Connect your mind with your heart more consciously and more often, Now, what's going to happen, what this is facilitating here, and what energy this is going to bring in is the possibility, or more possibilities, of a new commitment forming itself, or maybe more than one, A strong foundation forming where home and matters of the heart are concerned. There's the energy of celebration there as well. And so the perfect circumstances are coming together here to give you great courage to heal situations. And so again, as you uncloud your mind and move through this process, something wonderful again is moving toward you. Now, it doesn't mean wonderful things aren't already moving toward you, okay? But there are some things in particular that are going to be moving toward you again regarding something you have desired, and you might have also consciously manifested these things. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, beautiful Sagittarius soul family, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Overall, something is being built back up here, Taurus. Huge energy of building, okay? The energy of eights. New beginnings in the area of home, safety, abundance, a lot of fours around you, stability, all right? Balance is being restored in financial areas. So whether you feel this or not, the energy is favorable for this. This is what this means. So be optimistic about that, even if you don't believe it, or at the very least, release attachment to a result, okay? Release attention to things that you don't want in this area because the energy is favorable there. So what's happening is this is either causing, the energy being this way is either causing or directly related to cracking some sort of facade that was around your heart. In some way. There might have been a protective shell for some of you, but either way, your heart is being opened. Or you feel more comfortable now opening your heart. So let certain doors close where necessary so that you can be very passionate about this new beginning. This energy is really causing a lot of this, okay? We are moving toward this new moon in Capricorn. It's going to be all about solid understanding of who you are and operating from that point, okay? It's the energy of balance, the energy of what is, and we're going to use the words right and wrong, but there's not really a right or wrong. It's what's your core, what is true and right for you and what you understand the nature of your purpose and being to be. That's what's going on for the world as well. There's going to be another message about that, Taurus. This is so interesting that it's coming through during your reading. That means there's a lot of Taurus going on with other signs. So there might be some cross watchers, people that have Taurus moon or have Taurus in other placements. But this is very important for all of you actually, okay? So yeah, you definitely want to let doors close where they need to so that you can focus your passion in a fresh new way for this new beginning. Now, after this possibly painful cycle of transmutation that might have occurred for you and has occurred for many, you may be feeling your power, your drive. Now, this is solar plexus, heart energy that's being felt here. You might be feeling this restored. So use this regenerative power to fuel your heart-driven, heart-aligned desires. That's the advice here. Do not revert to lack or transactional thinking. That's major. Don't revert to that because you might have had some previous losses and you might be feeling that. Don't revert. Focus your attention very intentionally. Remember, this is a good energy for restoration, especially in solid areas such as finance, okay, and stability. Now, so after all of that, what is coming your way, but you might not see it, okay? You may find that you need to persevere through a situation and be resourceful in order to continue moving forward. So that's basically a tricky way of saying something might happen that might shake you a little bit and you might need to be resourceful. That's less of a warning and more of, okay, these things happen. And sometimes when we're in a really positive flow and something happens like that, it might shake us where it doesn't need to. Look at it that way. Okay, don't look at it through a fear perspective. And so what else you might not see coming is an energy of forgiveness around an emotionally challenging situation. Now, again, these are energies that are going to come in after this transpires. So around that new moon, or really more actually toward the end of December. And time is fluid, so put it where it belongs, but just look at it like momentum moving forward. So moving through time as these things occur, okay, that's going to be coming in. You're also going to find that you've crossed into some sort of healed territory. And this might be surprising to you, just the feeling of that, right? The feeling of peace, because you may have been having such intense initiation. And soulmates might be returning to you. You might have blessings involving relationships and soul family. So Taurus, this is a good time, regardless of what we're hearing. Again, this is so much more a general message, but it's coming through now for you. Regardless of what you may be hearing on the world stage with the average collective, okay, or the collective at large, where your frequency resides is going to be experiencing something quite different as long as you remember this, as long as you focus the intention or the attention in this direction. Okay, I hope that makes sense, beautiful Taurus soul family. And I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising soul family. Energy is working with you to replenish resources in some kind of a home-based situation. There's a lot of heart energy around you, and compassion as a result of this may be restored in a home environment. Now, all of this may have come about after a lot of effort and focus on your part on bringing in abundance. Okay, so the energy is responding to you. However, there's some kind of confusion here. Now, there's a couple ways this could play out or be playing out. There could be something for some of you literally hidden from you, okay? Hidden by other people, hidden by your angels, because you're not supposed to know this yet, by your guides. So in other words, by your higher perspective, you're not supposed to know something. It could be intentionally hidden by a person in your life, okay? Something outside of you that's acting upon the situation in this way. Another way this could be playing out, this energy of sort of haziness, is that you're just not choosing to make this public knowledge to other people. So one way or the other, there's some kind of energy of confusion. It's not going to stop anything or necessarily harm anything, but it is there. So just know that if there's this energy of confusion around you now, or you feel something coming, don't let it sway you or take your attention off of what is happening that is good. Okay, good things are happening. And in fact, if you're getting guidance to keep something to yourself, please do that. Whatever is transpiring here is resulting in an overwhelming feeling of fulfillment right now. So if you're not already in this feeling, it's coming, okay? It's very favorable for that right now. Fulfillment, confidence, stability, and it is providing a sort of emotional and physical balance for you. And it could even be branching out or reaching out to others around you as well. You may be affecting other people in this way. So stay very optimistic as things unfold around you, Virgo. Remain as much in the energy of abundance as you can. Remain in the energy of love. Surround yourself with family that matches your frequency as much as you can. Or if you can't surround yourself with that, just let your thoughts go there. Let your heart go there. Welcome it in, because you're magnetizing to and drawing people and situations toward you, which will match what you've been seeking. Any lower frequency situations that you've closed the door on in the past, Virgo, you're going to want to firmly guard your energy and space where this is concerned at this time. Now, what you don't see coming, or rather what's in the energy on the other side of this, is a shift or change in some core ideals or possibly long-held social beliefs around relationship dynamics. This is friends, this is family. It could be intimate, even around work. Now, there is a tower energy that will cause some needed movement forward, okay? And by tower energy, it's the energy of deconstruction, of releasing misaligned energies or frequencies, okay? This could literally be some emotions leaving your field that physically are represented with something happening in your life, okay? That could trigger this to leave. But either way, the tower energy is coming in. It's going to produce some kind of movement. And there could be a stressful situation that occurs that requires some resourcefulness, some focus on your part, okay? So it's not necessarily that this Tower energy is super dramatic and bad or anything like that. This is a general reading, so it's going to read different for everybody. It's not always bad. But really what the Arcturians are really bringing through right now, it's more about the resourcefulness. Just be prepared to flex those resourcefulness muscles and focus. Okay, that's where the attention needs to go, because many positive possibilities and potential for high frequency connections are going to come out of this energy operating the way it is based on what you've already set into motion, Virgo. This is a good thing. There's a large presence of the energy of 9, independence, almost their type of energy. 9 is very representative of being very self-sufficient, independent, and almost to the 10, right? Almost to a new cycle. You're at the end of something. All right, so I hope that makes sense, beautiful Virgo soul family, and I love you so much. Talk to you soon. Namaste. Hello, Capricorn soul family. There is a need to protect the future, including what you have learned to create it thus far. This is big in your energy. There's this energy of protect what I've built, protect what I've built. There's some new beginning. You could be taking a leap toward this, or it has appeared to you in some way. Now, this need to protect, this is coming through right now, could be in your higher perspective or be coming from your higher perspective, your guides, however you look at this. Or it could be consciously, but there's just the energy that there's something you've built. Now, I don't know if it's in the physical yet, if it's still sitting in the non-physical and coming like fast coming toward you. But yes, some new beginning is appearing that you could be taking a leap toward, or it's appearing to you in some way. Whatever is happening involves knowledge about ancestral wisdom. Okay, so whatever that means for you, and it's also occurring now or coming through now, it could be ancestors that are also around you heavily protecting this. Okay, so you're just going to have to, there are a few different things here that could be happening. So you can take the nuggets of this and apply it to your specific situation, how it could be happening, but collectively, Capricorn, it's around you. All right. Etheric soul family are around you. And so they may be leading you toward this new beginning. Whatever this is bringing you back to self, core purpose, a feeling of freedom. This is beautiful energy, Capricorn. So nurture this magical energy that's coming through so strongly right now. Nurture this magical energy which is around you through nurturing yourself. Attention to mind, body, balance. Stay flexible and ready for different situations. Now, what you don't see coming on the other end of this is fast forward movement. Okay, you might be feeling that just based on the energy coming through now as you're listening to this. But yeah, this is definitely precipitating some fast forward movement, synchronicity. It might feel almost like it comes out of nowhere, Capricorn. And so the energy of release, deconstruction, surprising, almost like tower energy. It doesn't feel quite like what you think of as a heavy tower, but some kind of surprise that causes some loss, let's say, something that you didn't expect. This inspires the courage to transmute. All right. So on the one hand, just to recap, you've got this fast forward movement coming in and synchronicity that feels like it's almost out of nowhere, which is good. But yes, it could be balanced, right? With some sort of surprising information or thing that happens that inspires you to transmute energy. Now, remember, everything happens for a reason. Now, you might find yourself diving into a new type of education surrounding psychic abilities, telepathy, etc. So something that involves sight beyond sight, or, and this is for many of you, you could begin teaching something that you weren't expecting to teach. You might be planning to begin teaching, and this is the time that you're able to start. Also, this energy is facilitating a big breakthrough in abundance. And you may be on the receiving end of, and we're going to call this some sort of karmic balance. This word can be triggering, this word karma. This is not intended to incite some sort of anger or bring up some sort of trauma or anger. This isn't about a personal situation against someone else. This is just the universe balancing out a situation where you had collected all of this quantum information, which should have moved you forward, and something perhaps moved in a different direction. Something needed to happen differently temporarily, and now it's restoring balance. So I hope that's making sense. That's how it came through, okay? There's strong masculine emperor and very active magician energy throughout this reading, you guys. Okay, very, very strong. All right, so I hope this makes sense. Beautiful soul family. And I will talk to you again, Capricorn, very, very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising Soul family. There are major energies of divine guidance around you right now to utilize, okay? This is what's going on right now in your energy collectively, okay? And so also there's the energy of either union, this could be union of self, okay? Masculine and feminine is what is referred to by the word union right here, okay? Or this could be a doorway to some new realities, something to do with creation. Union represents creation. Even if it's, a physical partnership coming together, you're going to create with that, create love, create home, create activity, new cosmic creations. Well, this is the same if it is two parallels coming together on opposite ends though. And then there's a portal there. If you can imagine a doorway, this creates new realities. So it depends upon the way you're looking at this, what your intention was moving forward, but there is some sort of portal here either way. And so there's a sudden shift that either has occurred or is occurring right now. And it may have been caused by some kind of interjection, like a universal interjection, guides, synchronicities, however you want to look at that, which revealed some kind of new information, caused this change in direction for you. And this could concern the way you think in general. Okay, so your thinking patterns, habits in general, or it could concern the way you think about a particular social situation. This is huge motivation for many of you to go into extreme independent thinking mode. So retreating into stillness, meditation, following your intuition and wisdom. The energy here is very grounded and positive. Now, as a result of all of that going on, because it kind of seems like a lot, but it's really not. A lot of words, but it's not really complicated, right? But as a result of that, the energy is swiftly moving you towards something new, or it's very favorable for that right now. What that means is depending on the way that you're thinking, right? Which is why you may be having a shift in the way that you think, so that you can go in this new direction. But depending upon the way that you're thinking, you could be moving in this new direction. Now, the advice here is to give yourself some time to heal from whatever it was that was discovered or whatever happened. And again, for a lot of you, this is maybe a more dramatic thing, but for some of you, this may not be a dramatic thing that happened. It could just be something that causes a shift, okay? So don't go looking for something very big when it's not there. It doesn't have to be very big. It could just be a small thing. But you want to give yourself some time to process whatever that is. Also, if there are any leftover wounds from recent experiences, the advice is just give yourself time to heal from all of these things, involving that situation or not. Some of you might be seeing something a lot more clearly than you were before. And so give yourself some time to process that. Now, what you don't see coming, okay, or what you may not see coming on the other end of that, is some sort of wish fulfillment. Now, a lot of you might see things happening and you might see things coming toward you, but there's something that you don't know is coming toward you. So it was stuck in the quantum mire because there was a disconnect. There was something you couldn't see, and now you can see it. Also, there's some kind of freedom of self-expression, some new way of expressing yourself coming forward after all of this. There's the energy of forgiveness coming, okay? So whatever that means for you, put it where it belongs. And so there's going to be a very clear direction where core beliefs and ideologies and commitments are concerned. You will be very clear in a way that you weren't before, or perhaps it got muddied temporarily. But whatever wasn't clear that became clear gives you direction. Leadership in different areas, possibly new projects, or more than you previously thought may be falling in your lap. You may need to lead some things, or you may need to be using your leadership skills in a different way. So maybe if you're already involved in some things and you really don't want any responsibility there, you may be given responsibility and you might be wanting to step up to the plate now, because remember, now your core beliefs, your ideologies, your commitments, the direction has shifted possibly there. Okay. So there are some shifts that are going on right now that are going to cause those things to come forward in the energy at the end of this. But basically, a cycle of difficult initiation is finally over. Okay. And a cycle of creating miracles is going to begin. So I hope that makes sense, beautiful Gemini soul family. And I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising Soul family. The energy of wish fulfillment. Okay, so some kind of fulfillment. The word wish is loaded, right? So that could mean something that you manifested a long time ago. Maybe you forgot you wanted it, or maybe it's in your consciousness now. But I'm getting strongly that it's something that you kind of didn't believe was going to happen, or that you weren't sure about, but you've been manifesting, okay? Also, there's the general energy around you of just good things happening. So maybe not something you were consciously even working on. Okay, that is what you're in the energy of right now. So that means it's favorable for you. There's a strong energy of nurturing interpersonal relationships going on right now. Libra, whether you are a man, a woman, it doesn't matter how you identify, the Empress energy is around you. That means that's the energy of abundance, of creating things. And really, you're not having to work hard to create them. They're just coming through you, coming from your soul purpose, coming naturally through you, from a cycle of creativity. And so, yes, something about your feminine consciousness is being renewed here. It's very fertile ground for creativity. And you may be focused on bringing in happiness, abundance, and overflow right now. Libra, there are great possibilities for opportunity during this time. And I think it was in Virgo's reading. It may have also been in Taurus's reading, actually, as well. And it wants to come through now. Whatever you're experiencing, you may not see the duplicate of that, or that being mirrored in the larger collective, because there's such positive energy that wants to come through here, but the larger, greater collective may be focused on something different, okay? Something that's going on in, we're going to call it the 3D. We know that's moving and oscillating, and that's not really what it is. But things that are being reflected on the news, etc. Okay, that's what we're talking about. But that's not what you're creating. Okay, that's not what any of us are creating. We're creating something far beyond that. And so, yeah, there are great possibilities for opportunity, and the energy is definitely favorable for brilliant miracle-like, and I'm quoting, miracle-like creations to begin materializing during this time. What you're being asked to do is to reevaluate your current modes of thinking concerning your physical environment. So this is finances, general stability, and so on, okay? Work on clearing transactional thinking, because there is the energy of hidden treasures. And there might be some details that you can't yet see trying to come into your sphere, and you could block them with your contradictory thought forms and visualizations if you are not clearing some of that transactional energy from your field, okay? And we're going to call it transactional thinking, because you can definitely start with your conscious thought forms, right? But it's really going to clear those frequencies from your field as you release that and shift that thought. All right. And so, yeah, what you don't see coming on the other end of this is change. Some kind of forward momentum, possibly unexpected, is coming your way. Intentions you might have set may be coming into realization in a big way after all of this. Now, remember, you're already in this energy and things may be coming forward now. But after that, what has a high potentiality of occurring is things that you did set into motion intentionally begin to come forward in a big way. And so this could grant you a lot of rest, peace, much needed rest, actually, because you've been doing a lot of this energetic work. Now, another thing that's happening is you might have the ability to step forward into more responsibility in an area. And you might have some newfound freedom to move boldly in the world, like move forward much more boldly than you have in the past, with much more confidence, okay? For some of you, a new relationship might begin to approach. It could be work related, it could be personal, but something new in terms of soul family, okay? We can call this a soulmate. It doesn't always mean romantic, but somebody who matches your ideals, but also your energy. There's just a big energy of quantum elements bringing something to fruition. Okay, I hope that makes sense, Libra soul family. I love you so much, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Aquarius soul family, sun, moon, and rising. You got big Jupiter quantum creation energy here, and an energy of both completion and also celebration. So either you're embracing or you're diving headfirst into a new experience. Okay, that's what's coming through. That's what's in the energy. So if you're not experiencing that in this moment, you might be either having the opportunity to experience that and you're not sure, or it's headed your way. Okay, but somewhere in the energy that's definitely there, and you may be trying to release fears around this. Now, for a lot of you, if you're not in this mode, I want to say once again, and what's coming through is there's the opportunity for this. So if there are some fears that you feel you need to release to get to a certain point, now's the time to do it, to start working on that and to utilize parts of yourself that are not typically exposed. All right, so this fear, what's coming through is around something being exposed that you're not used to other people knowing, things that may be considered quirky or eccentric, for example. It might be something you disowned or haven't acknowledged in the past, all right? That might resurface, and this creates the perfect synergy for you, like a synergy of creation for you. So basically, being who you are, Aquarius, is going to create the perfect. And we use this word perfect loosely, of course. There's no perfect, right? But in this scenario, let's just say the perfect situation, the perfect synergy to create something beautiful. And put it where it applies. What is that something beautiful? Well, what does success mean to you? What is the thing that you want to create very much in your life? What is it you want to feel like? This energy is beautiful for this right now. It's happening now as these words are being spoken, Aquarius. And so this is forcing you to focus and create a breakthrough here. This breakthrough is aptly timed. In other words, it's perfectly synced and resonating with the quantum elements required to produce positive momentum in a situation, or to bring something desired into physical experience. Now, it might create different responsibilities for you in some way. These circumstances will create micro situations that require you to take hold of each one. Okay, so multitasking is what this might demand, and leadership. Now, here's your advice. You may want to, or you might need to create a stronger foundation regarding whatever situation this is, or whatever situation arises for you when you hear these words, okay? But some situation may require a stronger foundation of great integrity. Now, here, the word integrity literally refers to strength, solidarity, the inability for anything to easily crack the foundation. That's the focus here, okay? Now, what you don't see coming, so the energy on the other side of all of this, in terms of time, let's say at the end of December and really January, is either your current community or social climate expands its frequency. So this is a reality shifting type of situation, right? Where suddenly people around you, or just energy around you, whether it's through a person or not, has shifted, right, into a higher frequency, or there are more soul family, high heart frequency soul family headed toward you, or high heart frequency people, period. You know, the person who brings the mail, the person you run into at the farmer's market, or whatever, anywhere, just people in general head toward you like a beacon, who are much higher frequency than has been happening in the past. So there's a very high potentiality that that could happen at the end of this as per this current energy, okay? Something or someone very nurturing may be entering your life as well. Big water energy here, watery heart cups energy here. And it could be very emotionally fulfilling for you. There are 5 energies here, Aquarius, of 8 and 5 energies here of 10. So this is huge potential for abundance, okay? 8s are abundance, especially 888. You have 5 8s. That's very significant. And 5 10s. 10s are new beginnings. Okay, 10 is completion, solidly complete and solidly beginning. Nothing completes without a beginning. Okay, this is the way of things. This is law. So Aquarius, I hope that makes sense. This is the potential energy for this time period for you, and it's wonderful. Love you so much, soul family. And I'll talk to you again very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There are big energies of change and courage around you, and a very big energy of master builder energy all over this reading. There's some kind of new information, or it could be divinely guided intuition about maybe a situation around your home, maybe your community, that invites you to begin something. And maybe it's an idea you already had, or maybe it's a new alignment, a new path, a new collaboration. Your success in this situation is going to depend on your leadership. That's what's being said here. There's some kind of pre-charted course here that's at play. Something is destined to begin as per your own design. So to say that a different way, it's something's already set in motion. You've already set something in motion from higher perspective here. Okay, whether it's eons old or whether it is a year old. Okay, you've set this into motion, and it is already, it's like part of the wheel, part of the karmic wheel. Not that we love the word karma, only because it can be triggering. This is not negative. Okay, this isn't somebody wins and somebody loses type of energy. It just means that something is set into motion and it is balancing itself, bringing things in. Okay, so follow your intuition here is the advice. Relax, allow this to occur. And what you don't see coming at the other end of this period, okay, like toward the end of December, January, is a completion of a cycle. And it's going to bring the inevitable beginning of a new one. This is that Jupiter energy. This is why the word karma wanted to come out, right? Jupiter is producing this bountiful thing and it's balancing things. So you're healing, gaining balance in this energy that comes off of the end of whatever is being created now. You may be getting one or more really beautiful opportunities after this energy. So whatever is going on with the creations happening now, when you're in this shifting master building energy, not only are you creating this new experience for yourself, but more opportunities, which involve things you actually love, right? Things that feel good to you are on the other side of this. Now, for some, you might find resources to learn something new. And for others, you may be recognized for your accomplishments at some point, whether it's important to you or not. Other people may recognize your accomplishments at teaching something, your wisdom. And this could literally be anywhere from teaching on a large platform in a university, a school situation, online, or teaching your children, teaching at home, teaching the neighborhood. Something about your wisdom, deep wisdom or very skilled wisdom is being noticed. And so this reading is just sprinkled with passionate new beginnings and new connections forming, Cancer. All right, so I hope that makes sense, my beautiful Cancer soul family. Let me know if any of that resonates in the comments below. And I love you so much. Talk to you very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Scorpio, soul family, sun, moon, and rising. There is breakthrough energy all around you. You are in the energy of some kind of a breakthrough, a shift in the way you see a situation. It could be involving a group, okay, could be for some of you, causes you to become more flexible with let's say, potential partnerships or soulmate relationships. This could go many different ways. It doesn't have to necessarily mean a romantic partnership, but some kind of shift in the way that you see potential interpersonal relationships that are soul matches. Okay, maybe that's a way you can look at this to expand the way that you see how things could change. It could also cause you to quickly adapt to a new type of partnership. Like maybe you saw a certain thing one way for many, many, many years, and then there's this shift. And now you see there's a different way to do something, a different way to think about partnering with someone. Again, this could be business related. This could be community related. It doesn't matter. A mother-child relationship or a father-child relationship. Do you see? Like it could be anything. But there's a different way that you're thinking about it because of some sort of situation that you see a different way. And so what they're saying is maintain full understanding of who you are and stand in, and it's specifically your feminine goddess creative energy. Now, if you are a male, this does apply to you. Okay, this does apply to you. You do have the feminine principle. This is going to do with your direct line of sight with source from an emotional perspective. This is one way to think of this that's coming through now, okay? It's a more heart-connected perspective. It's got a more emotional body to it, okay? So it doesn't have as much of the linear thinking. So we want to be very clear about this because we don't want the men to say, oh, this isn't for me. It definitely is, okay? Scorpio, men and women. Come more from this perspective when you're examining who you are at this time, okay? Grasp those components continually. They're saying continually reach for that, not so much the linear perspective again, but the emotional perspective at this time, because some aspect of community may need your creative energy. They may need you to be thinking this way. All right, there's a big energy of work around this though. Okay, a solid 8 energy, 8 building, work, abundance. So again, if you are a male listening and you're a Scorpio, we need you. You're needed at this time, but also access that heart-centered emotional perspective as well. Now, there may be some emotional upset that you have to let go of to allow a cycle of pain to complete. You want it to close. And this could concern a feminine wound. Again, men, this does apply to you. This could be a feminine wound in your family line. Or this could be something that you think you have done to a feminine that you've not forgiven yourself for. There's a lot of that happening right now. And so it may be time to forgive yourself, heal things, whatever you need to do to heal it, right? And what they're saying is letting all of this go will release and allow creative energies to flow. It's going to allow these synchronicities in, and it's going to allow them to work in your favor. Because what you don't see coming, basically energy is moving out of stagnation and may become very active for you once you clear these things. And if you already have a romantic partner, this could really shore that up. This is only going to stabilize that further. It will help to shift things in a beautiful way in that partnership, okay? There could be some confusing circumstances that cause a little bit of frustration. Now, what they're saying is rise above all of that as quickly as possible, because if not, you might miss some of this positive activity and potential desired outcome that wants to come toward you. Also, what you may or may not see coming is a breakthrough or an epiphany involving your own powerful potential in a big way, Scorpio. There might be some kind of discovery that someone has misused or abused their power around you, or this could be a system as well. So it's like both of those things are kind of happening after this at the same time. And this is just in the energy potential, you guys. So some of this can definitely shift, but in general, for a lot of you, this is going to be occurring, according to this energy, more towards the end of December or into January. So after the solstice energy, right? After the new moon and all of that. But honestly, the way time works, time is fluid. Each of your situations is different. This could happen at any time. It could be happening now. But there's something in the energy here. Overall, Scorpio, This energy is beautiful. There's a beautiful light Scorpio energy of transformation and renewal approaching. And that's not said enough. People think of Scorpio as so heavy because it is a transmutative energy, right? It's an energy of death and rebirth, but it's beautiful. There's a lot of what we call shadow work that's been done. Scorpio has been taking the brunt of a lot of this work for the collective. Okay. And so there is beautiful light energy coming forward here as these releases happen, and especially with these Scorpio masculines. It's feminine and masculine, all of you, but the masculine has been doing a lot of work. All right, Scorpio. So if any of that resonates, let us know in the comments below. Okay. I love you so much, beautiful Scorpio soul family. And I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hello, beautiful Pisces soul family, sun, moon, and rising. A decision or crossroad brings change during this time. That's the main theme here, okay? That's the way it came through. So that's going to look different for all of you, okay? Most of you know that this is a collective reading. And so you, the listener, especially the people who are flowing into this reading, so that's you. If you flowed into this type of a reading at this frequency, you can definitely trust your intuition. Okay, so you place this where it belongs, tune in with your heart to this reading, but some kind of crossroads is likely to bring change for you during this time. You're becoming more spiritually alert again. Okay, I'm using like air quotes here for some reason, you guys. I'm not on camera here, but I've air quoted alert. Okay, you're becoming spiritually alert again. You're coming out of some kind of period of cocooning and a possible cycle of spiritual warfare. Many have been going through these cycles of spiritual warfare. But what it really is an initiation in many cases, okay? Some of it was expected. So I'm sensing, or what's coming through here, is that it's all over the place for you guys. You know, some of you, this was something that you were going to come into, and some of you are just becoming very powerful and attracting. Your light is attracting things, and you are learning. You're coming out of this period of cocooning. And so you're broadening your horizons again. There's a lot of healing to your mind, body, and energy field that could happen during this time. There's a huge potential for that. And this is making your commitments clear. Okay, things that are really important to you. That's what that means. You're recommitting yourself to some things, and other things you're going to end up letting go. Perhaps, okay? And it's also inciting more self-love, more acceptance. This is favorable progression towards something you truly desire. This energy it's producing this favorable progression. So use your sight. This is the advice. Use your sight beyond sight, intuition, and knowledge to chart this course, whatever course you're charting, okay? And if you don't feel like you're actively charting some course, just use your intuition at all times, okay? Continue to clear any energy which is misaligned with your healed direction that you're going in. Okay, so don't move backwards. That's the solid point there, right? A cycle is about to begin, Pisces. This is what it may be difficult to see, you know, when the smoke clears, so to speak. There is a cycle that's about to begin with fresh clarity, because for some, there's some kind of facade that's been broken. Okay, and it's going to play out different ways for each of you, but there's some kind of facade that has been cracked and you see beyond it. And emotional fulfillment is just over the horizon there. That's coming in, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be because of the facade, but it could be related to that. But either way, this energy is very favorable for things to come in, because once you see clearly, then you are releasing things you don't need, and it's automatically going to allow things to come in that you do desire. And so as a result of all of this energetic momentum or energetic activity that's happening during December, you might just have a better understanding of your direction altogether. Okay, things might be more easily seen now. Okay, you'll more easily know which path to take, which course to take, and it might be easier for you to find your bearings and get there. So in other words, it's just going to lighten up for you. All right, I hope that makes sense, beautiful Pisces soul family. Okay, that's what came through. This is going to be a very interesting transition through this solstice energy, which is going to be and feel very climactic in a way. Collectively speaking, now for you, it could be very steady because you are coming, many of you, out of this cocooning period and into this bright new cycle. But don't overanalyze everything is what's coming through very strongly. And that's really for the collective as well. Don't overanalyze all of the details of everything. Just kind of coast, especially you Pisces, just coast through this. Use that sight beyond sight. Okay, connect your heart with your mind to guide you. And it's going to lighten up. That's the overall energy that's coming through here toward January. Okay, or the energy is very favorable for that. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Again, beautiful Pisces soul family. And I love you so much. Talk to you soon. Namaste.